Hey guys, I wanted to thank you for joining me here at the Alaska Live 907 channel. We've got a little something different here for you today. We got a Philips review. Back some time ago, Philips did a recall on all their products. What I have here is a Dreamstaion 1 CPAP, and my other machine here, this is a 50 series System 1. This is a BiPAP. Now, when I was diagnosed with sleep apnea, I had severe obstructive sleep apnea, and since I was a cash paying customer, I didn't know exactly what to do at the time because they weren't helping me out right away at the doctors. I wasn't even getting a prescription right away. They kept wanting to do these follow-up sleep studies one after another. So and all in all, the time period between my first diagnosis saying I had sleep apnea to when I finally got a prescription was about a month or two. So I took matters into my own hands. I went out and I paid cash for both of these here. I paid cash out of pocket. Now, this one here, the BiPAP, it was horrible. The foam inside was really smelly stuff, and it started giving me headaches right away. So I started digging around online trying to figure out what my problem was, and I found out that at that time when I had this machine here, I found out that Philips did a recall, and I didn't know that at that time. So when I got this machine and I started using it for a little while, and it started giving me these problems, and I wasn't able to use the machine like a regular person was, because my sleep apnea was so bad that it literally taught my brain to stop breathing. So I had to literally relearn with the aid of a CPAP machine how to breathe. But after I got online, I found out that the foam inside there could potentially be hazardous. So I took this thing apart, and I got some pictures I'm going to put up here in a second to show you just what type of foam was inside these machines. Now, the location of the foam, it isn't appropriate in my opinion, because the air actually travels across the foam before it gets to the turbine that actually runs the CPAP. So it's working as a secondary filter, and it's not a filter that you just take out and clean. It's not a filter that you can just replace. If you actually went inside there like I did, it voids the warranty technically for this device, but since it was unsafe to use at the time and I needed a CPAP right away, I tore into this machine after watching several YouTube videos on how to, and we finally got that foam removed from the machine. And if you got one of these, don't use it. It's not the best machine in the world. The algorithm stinks. Now, the Dreamstaion, this was a fun machine for a little while. Now, the algorithm absolutely stinks. So when I finally got my numbers dialed in, and mind you, I had to do these numbers by myself, and it took a lot of trial and error. I had a base prescription, which was a constant of 17 is what they first came up with. So, but they weren't sure if I needed a BiPAP or an APAP. Now the BiPAP, it's the breathing in it's a little bit more regulated, so it drops off and then it picks up, and so it's kind of doing a bump, like a gallop in your breathing. And I didn't need that, and it wasn't working out for me, especially right away, because my breathing rhythm was completely off from the amount of sleep apnea I had over the years. So I went out and I bought an APAP, which is it's basically an automatic apnea device. So whenever I have an apnea, it'll automatically adjust, and it'll keep upping the pressure. So I got this, I used it for a little while. I finally got my numbers dialed in. Now, I couldn't have a setting, like I couldn't set it at 4 and then put it at 17, because the algorithm in here stinks so bad. It doesn't catch up quick enough, like the newer ResMed units. And that's what I have now sitting on my nightstand, is a ResMed AirSense 10. And that, ever since I got it, I've been sleeping great. I did sleep great with this thing for a while, but it feels like the turbine's getting weak. And this also had that nasty foam in there that I had to basically tear apart the entire machine. And I had to replace the turbine housing. And I can show you a picture of that housing here in just a second. But yeah, I wouldn't recommend using this one either. It's been nothing but problems. Ever since the recall, I've registered both of these units here for the recall. They've only responded to me about one of the units, and they wanted me to send one of them back for like a $50 check, which is an insult because these things have a huge markup on them, and we have to pay a ton of money out of pocket, as you all know. So anyways, this one, yeah, it's going off to the side here. Now here's what the review is about. I got this box sitting in the mail by Philips Respironics. And here's the thing, as you all know, is that Philips Respironics, if you're a part of the recall, they want you to send them your prescription. Well, they don't have any way to contact them. I tried many times to find an email. I tried many times calling them, numerous times calling them, and all I got was a cranky voicemail, you know, saying, sorry, we can't help you out. You can remain on hold forever, and we'll eventually hang up on you, or we'll call you back within 48 hours, and that never happened. I never once talked to a single person at Philips Respironics. I have no idea what's in this box. I can only imagine it might be a Dreamstaion 2. There was talk about them sending out ResMed devices, and I highly doubt that's going to happen. See, what's happening now is they're expecting me to send this bogus unit back, and this bogus unit over here. They're wanting me to send these back. And when they send these back, what they're going to do is they're going to take these units and do the exact same fix on them that I have already done to my own machine. And they're probably going to kick it out the door with very minimal tests. Now, if this machine here, this machine right here, the Dreamstaion 1, if bare minimum, if they just changed out the turbine chamber housing, it wouldn't be of any great use to another person, because the blower motor itself is getting ready to die. And who knows how many times this thing's been dropped, banged, kicked, knocked off the nightstand, or anything else could have happened. So anyways, we are going to see what in the heck Philips sent me, because I didn't send them my prescription, and technically we're not supposed to be getting devices without me sending my prescription. They don't have access to my doctor. And if they do, they violated HIPAA in some way, because there's no way I authorize my doctor to give them any information at all, because I rather despise Philips for everything they've done to the public. Now we're going to tear into this box, see what in the world we got here, see if it is a new CPAP. Then we'll go from there. Okay, so here we go, guys. You're going to see this. All right, this is what we're getting here in the package. I got some paperwork. Yep, that's mine. And it says here, Dreamstaion Auto CPAP. Interesting. All right, got some more. Wow, that's awesome. Send me a bunch of crinkled up paperwork. They take some pride in their work. All right, and if it's anything like my ResMed, I didn't get sent any instructions at all on how to make anything work. I just got the basic instructions, you know, plug it straight into a wall outlet, and don't throw it in the bathtub while you're taking a shower so you don't electrocute yourself. So this is getting interesting here. All right, we got more stuff. FedEx ground. So they want me to take my old package here. They sent me a packing label. This is the packing label to send one or both of these units back, and fat chance, Philips. We're not sending them back, dude. If anything, I'm going to use these old CPAPs and I'm going to like retrofit them and turn them into an Alaskan smoker. And that way I'm going to have a really nice smoker for all our fish my wife catches in the summer season. Because that's what we do here at Alaska Life. We do fun stuff. All right. I even got a manual. This is more stuff than than I got with my ResMed device, except my ResMed device came with a really nice handy package carrying bag, which we now use for our GoPro. The box is done. I got a ton of papers here. All right, just a plain brown box. And it says, I have a Dreamstaion Auto CPAP. I'm guessing, you know what I'm guessing, guys? I'm guessing it's only this section here. Get this part real quick. Maybe not. Or maybe I'm just doing this wrong. But I haven't taken this thing apart in so long. So anyways. Oh, there we go. Alright, so what I'm guessing is it's only going to be this part of the unit here. This is the humidifier chamber. And technically it's not needed because the style machine, you can actually just run it straight like that without the humidifier at all. The humidifier is a great option. But they didn't, I'm guessing they're cutting corners and definitely didn't want to expend any more money than they had to. So we're going to open this up and see whose unit I might have gotten, if I got a new unit or if I got a used one. Alright guys, it's all packaged nicely and bubble wrap so it doesn't get damaged. I am not sure what in the world this is for. This is, I have no idea what that is. Okay, but it's in there. And that's exactly what I thought. So everything else in the box is just bubble wrap. I'll put that over here in the pile of nonsense. Then I'll pull this out. Now there's no cords, there's nothing here with it. So this is what I got. It really does kind of look like a brand new device. If I open this up, it does come with a brand new air filter. That's handy. There is no SD card in the slot, which is fun because I have an SD card. All right, now this bottom here, okay, it does say, sorry, I can't see with my glasses on when I'm close up. It says recertified device on the bottom there. So the device is obviously recertified. Now that's kind of interesting. Now what I'm gonna do, I might make another video of this, but I'm probably gonna take this thing apart, and there's also no additional hard drive in there like my previous machine. So I'd have to take this little bugger out and plug it in there and take this door off to get that to work. So, but anyways, that's pretty cool in a way. But before I use this, I'm probably going to tear this thing down completely and make sure it doesn't have anything funny going on inside it, because I just really don't trust these guys. They did a recall and all of a sudden they just wanted to put things on the back burner, and I got nonstop emails from them saying, sorry, we don't know anything. They didn't send me any of the health data like they were talking about. Now there's other companies out there right now claiming that Philips has sent them health data, but I haven't seen the data come back as far as the foam goes, and they're really dragging their feet. They've had a long time to get this recall figured out. They've had a lot of time to come up with explanations for their customers and their patients, such as me. Now, I do need to figure out what I'm going to do with this. I'm absolutely sure I'm not going to send these other units back. If anything, I'm going to use these for parts. I live here in Alaska. These things don't come easy. I can't just run down to the corner store and pick up a CPAP without spending, you know, $2,000, $2,500. And if one of these should break, I'm going to need a spare. I mean, that's kind of how we live here in Alaska. Is we, you know, even if I had a generator, typically we have like 2 generators backup. Even our vehicles, we have 2 or 3 vehicles sitting in the yard, even though we might only use 1 or 2. But okay, all in all, that's what I got here, and I'm kind of surprised that that's it. I didn't send out the cord or anything. So now if they have any further recalls, we're going to probably find that out later. So all in all, hey, Philips, I'm disappointed in you guys. You tell us that we can't buy these units without a prescription. I didn't send you a prescription. You didn't set up my machine. I'm a patient. Now I have to figure out how to set up this machine. Thankfully, I already know because that's what I used to do for a living, is I used to set these up for patients. And that wasn't a big deal. Here in Alaska, we have, I don't know how many of these things floating around, and they all have a sticker on them somewhere from either Geneva Woods or Northwest or whoever else is dispensing these CPAP units. But yeah, that's about it. Hey guys, I thank you for watching. If you stuck around this long, please subscribe to the channel. I'm going to be doing a teardown of this unit here in a little bit, and I want to see what's inside it. I want to see if they did a good job cleaning it. I want to see if they actually replaced the foam, and I'm pretty sure they did something.